No.
Yeah. Oh, that's just showing everybody.
Yeah.
Preston, why'd you raise your hand?
I asked him that already.
Cool.
I can see it.
Oh. Ready? Cool. Cool. Oh. Let me try it.
Yeah, Bailey, this is being recorded.
Good, bro. How do I like?
Ten. That's not fun.
Hello, greetings, Bachman Middle
Who's
School.
this? Cool.
All right, welcome to the Farmington High School TV studio. We've got Sophia and Will.
Hi.
And they're going to kind of tell you a little bit about themselves and what we do here.
You guys can turn the volume up.
Hello.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm Sophia. I'm one of the anchors. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Hi guys, I'm Will. I'm Sophia's co-host. We host the Midday Show with Will and Sophia. If you look at my desk, I have a lot of really cool things like a Funko Pop, Dinosaurs right here. And basically what we get to do is we get to talk to the entire school. So like while we may have our classmates complete other segments that go on TV, me and Sophia speak live to the school. And we kind of discuss like events, we interview people. If you watched last week, I think we interviewed Mr. Hart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll just like sort of talk about current events at the beginning of the show. We'll interact with Lyle, who does weather on the other side of the studio, as you see soon, and it's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thanks, Will. Hey, can you guys do me a huge favor? Can you guys mute your mics, please? Mute your mics, please. A lot of feedback. Not you, Dane. Mute your mics, please.
My bad.
There's a lot of feedback happening here. There we go. Now we're better.
Volume?
You turn your volume off. You mean mute yourself.
Yeah, turn your volume off, please.
You will hear it. She means mute yourself. Not turn. Hold on, we need 1 second.
Okay.
Microphone's off.
Bro.
My bad. There, I think we're good to go. Okay, so my name is Mr. Tauchi, and we are going to kind of give you a studio tour here. Yeah, you want to hold that?
I'll run it for a while. I got 15 minutes.
Typically, you guys would be coming over here to take part in our TV show, and because of COVID, that's not happening. So we're gonna bring the studio and everything to you. So you've already met Will and Sophia. They are the hosts. If you guys have watched any kind of late night TV shows like Jimmy Fallon or whatever, they are our talent for our show that we go live to the whole school on Thursdays at 11:55, and then the whole school watches our TV show. So if you go over here, if you want to be a camera operator for our live TV show, this is Allison. Say hi, Allison. She is actually running camera 3, and camera 3 we don't really give them a teleprompter to use, but during Tiger News, we actually do give them a teleprompter. So the whole entire script is on this two-way mirror, and you can kind of see the words and everything. So that's good to go. We'll go over to camera 2 over here. Same thing here. We've got camera 2, this is our wide shot. There's a teleprompter on here. So anything that the computer teleprompter displays out, the anchors will be able to read. This is our jib that it's a camera crane. So we can take our camera and go all the way up to the ceiling if we really want to. So this just kind of gives us an aerial view of the studio. We use it a lot for like our bumper open shot, and Frank uses it for. We have a little miniature golf course that we make. All of the teachers do. You know, speaking of, let's test my putting here really quick. Okay. Got.
I'll play golf with you.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
So we got our golf ball here. I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. We have every single guest do this. Oh, excellent! It went in. No, it went in right
If
there.
it didn't hold, if it didn't
It
hold,
bounced out, but-
it didn't hold, I think it doesn't count.
It does count though.
It's got to shoot it back at you.
Uh-oh.
Wah,
Okay, so that
wah.
would be one that didn't go in. Hey, good try, Sophia. Okay,
Nice try.
all right. So we do some golfing. Nick is over here standing by. This is Nick Simon. He's one of our camera operators. You want to tell the students what you do?
So I run camera 6 here. I also run camera 1 for our opening shot. I have a segment, Simon Search. It's kind of on a pause right now, but we're gonna get it back up and running soon. Yeah, that's about it.
Thank you.
This is camera number 6. This is one of our big cameras, which you guys mostly 8th graders that we're talking to? Can I get a thumbs up? Yes. Okay. So this is one of the big cameras that we're going to teach you how to use in Tiger News. It can go onto your shoulder, and we use this for interviews and different things like that. So you have full control of your focus, your zoom. There's a viewfinder here where you can put your eye. And so this is a really cool camera that you guys are going to be able to use next year at the high school when you take video 1 and video 2 in all of our broadcasting classes. Here's another jib that we've got. We've got 2 jibs in our studio. We just used this morning. We have homecoming this week. So here again, it provides us, we can get an aerial shot where the camera's going up into the air and getting those aerial shots. Over here, we've got our chroma key screen, or green screen. And we've got a digital camera that's pointing to the green. And so anything that, hey, Tyler, can you punch up 4?
Tyler! He's not watching.
No? Okay.
But somebody go get him. Tell him punch 4 in.
Punch up 4. Yeah, just point 4. There we go, yeah. You want to bring it? Okay,
I'll bring it over.
We'll explain the technology here. So we've got this GL2 is filming the green, and then we've got a cord going into the master control room. And then if you want to walk this way, too many cords. Oh, you're still on the cord.
Thank you.
Too many cords. Then what we've got here is this is our virtual world, our virtual green screen. And so if I look over to this way, Lyle isn't here. Lyle's weather forecast. We can do the weather. Today it's going to be partly cloudy, a high of 50 and a low of 36. And then for Friday, it's going to be partly cloudy and a high of 55, low of 35. And for Saturday, sunny. Finally, the sun is going to come out. High of 53 and a low of 34. I'm really bad at this. So when you want to be our weather person, this is your office. This is where you get to be and do the weather. We also ask you to do a fun fact or this day in history or something to make weather your very, very own. Instead of just doing the weather forecast, then you can add in another piece of fun that's interesting to you. We've had like trivia fact of the week, history fact of the week, different things like that. So something that our weather person is interested in, we leave that up to you to do. And we'll come over here. This is our white screen. We do some interviews on here. The light there. We'll do interviews on this screen. Students use this for different projects, interviews. So it's a lot different than the green screen. So it's the white makes, my blue shirt really is popping right now. So that's kind of cool. We've got a light here behind you. It's lighting up my face. And then we've got some backlights right here that's lighting up the white screen as well. Okay. So we're going to go forward here. Cover that. Do you guys want to add anything else really quick before we go to master control?
If you host Fhs Show, then you get to decorate your desk really cool like me and Sophia did.
Yeah. Willow's pretty confident with his desk.
Yeah.
I am too. The thing is, I bought a fish just to put it on the desk, and I haven't brought it here since. So, maybe I should do that one day.
Maybe.
But yeah, so lots of fake plants because they'll die if they're real. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
If you're interested in lighting design, this is our light board. And so all of our lights are labeled as far as what slider controls which light. So it's we always look for student input into the lighting design for our show. So we have 2 lighting designs for the Will and Sophia show, and yeah. So next we're going to go into the audio control room. Hello. We've got Dane here. Dane, you want to talk a little bit to the middle school?
Hi.
And then Dodge are with us.
Hi, how are y'all doing today? Doing good? Cool. All right, so I'm Dane. I run audio for the time being. Basically, what we do is while they're talking, I control the audio levels.
Bring down that and have the kids talk out there. See if they'll talk.
Yeah. So wait. What's up? Just
Talk.
Yeah. Just talk so they can hear.
Turn it up so we can hear.
Sorry about that.
Hello.
Hold it close to your face.
Yeah. Basically, we have these sliders that control the volume, make sure they're not too loud or too quiet. All that fun stuff.
Hello, Sophia. Playing your Hawaiian drink.
So today is Hawaiian Day.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we also have this computer over here that we use to play music, and for segments or something, or background music, like
Sound effects.
Yeah, sound effects,
Yeah.
all that fun stuff. So yeah.
And then over here we've got a digital or it's a computer Avid system where we record we could record the show, but basically what we're doing is we're monitoring the audio levels so that we aren't too loud and we're not too soft when we're doing a live show. We still do have a VCR, if you know what a VCR is. We still use that for a FireWire. So, and then we've got a Mac Pro that is running Final Cut Pro. So we'll bring up our latest show here. Let's go to File, Open, Midday Show with Will and Sophia. So every single show that we do, we record into this computer. And so this is show number 2. And so if we play that back, this is what was happening. And then when we're done with a live show, we will export it and then we will post it to YouTube. So everybody in the school can see it. Parents love to see it. Other administrators in your building like to see it. So we always send it over to Miss Elwell and Mr. Hoffland too. So they can share it with you guys so you can kind of see what we're doing at the high school. All right. So now we're going to go into master control, which is on the other side of this glass. So Tyler's going to give us a little tour in there. Yeah, you bet. I can take over. You bet. All right. We're heading into the master control room. Andy is here too. I didn't know you were here. All right. So Andy, this is our master control room. We just moved this master control room about 3 years ago. It used to be where the audio control room was. And this room it has carpet. So the sound is a little bit better in here. And it has a little bit better lighting in here too. So I decided to move everything back into this room. So Andy's going to tell you a little bit about his job.
Hi, my name's Andy, and what I run a program on the computer called Avid. And what this essentially is, while it's on a black screen right now, it's probably not the best way to show you. But for example, let's say someone has a segment that they recorded for the show, and let's go, for example, like, let's just say this is their segment. What I do is that I take a pre-recorded video, I load it onto the computer from a flash drive, and then I load it into the program. So that way, when it's ready to be played back on the show, I press play on the program, and then there's sound and everything. And then our director will switch it to Avid on our switcher, so that way that video can be broadcast on the show. Yes, I can. So here is our opening. If I could, it's gonna try to get it back to the beginning. I apologize. Give me one moment.
There's the rock.
Live from Farmington High School in Farmington, Minnesota, it's the Midday Show with Will and Sophia, featuring Sophia Tarud, Will Hornblad, Allison Hoffman, Andy Stinson,
That's me.
Frank Mooney, Nick Simon, Megan South, Tyler DeWard, Brighton Sheehan, Dane Beckert, Lyle Hofmeister, Mr. Mathis, and Mr. Tauchi. And now, here's your hosts, Will Hornblad and Sophia Tarud.
All right, so that is our video open, and then we go to the studio, and it's up to Will and Sophia to carry our show and talk and communicate and interview and have fun. So third trimester is our show where we really pull out all the stops. It's more of an information or entertainment show rather than Tiger News. So Tiger News happens trimester 1 and trimester 2. So now I'm going to turn it over to Tyler DeWard. He's our director he's been our director since sophomore year? So Tyler is actually graduating here in 2 months, and I have no director for next year. So freshmen, I need a director who is going to do Tyler's job. So here's what Tyler does. Here's Tyler.
What up, everyone? I'm Tyler. I am a senior here at Farmington, and I've been directing for 3 years. This is kind of where I work. So I'm in charge of making sure everything happens in an orderly fashion on show days. So that includes making sure all the cameras are on, all the desks, and the set is on and ready to go. Make sure all the mics are wired and set and ready to go if we have guests and stuff like that. Make sure all the lights are set to the correct places. If we're going to have an extra camera shot, we have to wire the camera shot. So this is kind of where I live throughout the show. This is called Master Control. So I sit in front of this switcher right here, and this is how I change all my camera angles. So I can press all these buttons and the camera angles will change. So this right here is what you guys will see, and then this is a different angle for me to see before I will go live. Basically, if you're a director, you got to be really good at multitasking because everyone will try to ask you questions, and you have to be really knowledgeable about the studio. You have to know what light settings there has to be on, every little detail so you can answer those questions on the fly. Mr. Tauchi and Mr. Mathis are always there to help you, but they're usually on the run taking pictures for the district or something, or helping run mics or something. So a lot of times people ask you questions, but you just got to be ready for it. It took me probably a good couple months to fully get immersed into directing by myself. But Mr. Tauchi and I walk through the steps every day during the week to get ready for our shows on Friday. Hopefully you guys will have a normal experience when you guys are in high school. So you don't have to worry about masks or these things right here. And then you guys can mess around with all this stuff. It's really cool. So this is the switcher. And then this stuff over here, this is our graphics computer. So we can put live motion graphics. So for example, when Will and Sophia are on the desk, we have a graphic on the bottom that says Will and Sophia's name. So yeah, it's really awesome, and I hope you guys try out this class at least a couple times. It's a really great elective to take, and if you're into sports, broadcasting, any kind of journalism, even writing or something, I recommend taking this class because it'll really give you an idea of what you like to do. So I will be pursuing this stuff after high school because of this great department. So yeah, thank you.
All right. Why do you have so many cameras to go to in here?
The reason why we have so many cameras and angles and stuff right here is because we have one for Will and one for Sophia, and then we have a wide shot. And every show we are ensured to have an interview with one of the teachers so we can spotlight their hard work at the high school. So we have a camera for them, and then we have a camera for the weather and the green screen that you guys saw earlier. So we have a camera for weather. We have a input for Avid that Andy explained for you guys. So I get to see everything and anything before I take it. So I don't make any mistakes or anything, or I don't show the wrong thing. So I can preview something before I decide to take it, and you guys see it. So that's why we have so many computer monitors.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to head out this way next. This is one of our recording studios here at the high school. And so we've got a microphone, we've got a computer, and we've got another computer. So when you take radio broadcasting or video, we use this recording studio for recording sound, basically. So if I were to hit record on, let me go forward here. I'm going to hit record. And I'll say, welcome to, let me shut my monitor off here quick. Otherwise, we're getting feedback. All right, we'll try that one more time. Welcome to Farmington High School. It is, I don't even know what the weather is like today, but I'm sure it's cloudy and hopefully it's not snowing. It was snowing when I walked in this morning, but so I just recorded that. So here we're going to play that back. Play it back like today, but I'm sure it's cloudy and hopefully it's not snowing. It was snowing when I walked in this morning, but so I just recorded that. So here we're going to play that. Another thing that you can do is sometimes in your video production stuff, you need a song or a sound effect. And what we'll do is we'll go to YouTube and we'll type in royalty-free, copyright-free music. And so typically what you can do is you can find some pretty decent music, and we're going to talk about music here in a little bit. Do one more thing. Go to on. So anything that's royalty free or copyright free, we can record it just by calling it up on our internet computer and then recording it into our recording computer. And then what you can do is you can use that for your video production stuff. If you're doing a video for if you're doing a TV commercial or whatever, you can use that as well. The next room right next to it, right next door, I'll give you a wide shot here. We have two recording studios. They're pretty much set up the same way. This one you can actually sit down in. So it's kind of set up the exact same way. It's got a recording computer. It's got the internet computer. It has a soundboard and it has a microphone. Sometimes we'll do what we call voice tracking. Turn on the light here. Voice tracking for our radio broadcasting class. A lot of students will do a voice tracked show and they'll play their favorite music from Taylor Swift, or if it's Justin Bieber. I don't even know if people are listening to Justin Bieber. I know he's got some new music out there, but your radio show stuff, if you take radio broadcasting, that you can, when you do your radio shows, you get to play the music that you like. I don't tell you what to play. I don't police any of the music that you play. So if you like metal, you're going to play metal. If you like country, you're going to play country. If you like soft rock, you can play soft rock. So it's completely up to you. But these recording studios that we have, they are fully soundproof. There's sound panels on the wall, and it does a really nice job of deadening the sound. So next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go over here to our actual radio station. All right, so this is our FHS radio station. Let me tilt this down a little bit. And this is kind of the bigger scale version of what we just saw. This is the radio station where we can broadcast live to the whole entire school from this room. We have 4 microphones on the other side where you can have 4 people on a radio show. So you can have a 5-person radio show, which is really kind of fun because when students get together, they like to talk about different things. So sometimes it's fun just to like hear students talk about what's important to them or what how they did on the biology test, or what's driving their life. What do they want to talk about? So we do podcasting. And so I'm not sure if you guys do podcasting at the middle school, but we are fully set up to do podcasting. We can record, we can play music. Go into here.
Did you know that northern dinosaurs and stuff? They're gonna clean up your looks with all the lies. Playing the most music. This is 192.1 Farmington High School Radio.
So we run everything off of a playlist on here. So when you do a radio show, you can have your music in there and any liners in there, and then any kind of, if you did a pre-recorded interview, you can also have that to play on your show. So over here, over the summer, I'm going to install some plexiglass that will separate out this. And then we've got 4 other microphones here for 4 other radio people that can join in on the main sound engineer. So when it's your radio show, the person who's producing the show, they're the ones that usually run the audio soundboard. They're mixing everything, they're playing everything. And we also have a television back here that is displaying everything that the main computer is displaying out. So then what can happen is these 4 right here that are standing and talking, or they're sitting, they can actually see the monitor back here and see what's happening as far as whatever topic they're talking about, or if they're talking about the weather and the 40 feet of snow that we're going to get and things like that. So over here, I put this monitor down. This is our recording studio for music composition. So we've got a couple of keyboards here. So I quit piano lessons when I was 8 years old, and that was a really big mistake. So if you're taking piano lessons and you don't enjoy piano lessons, stay with piano lessons. We've got a drum machine here on the keyboards. And so then what we can do is we can take all of those elements and we can multi-track everything in GarageBand on the computer here. There we go. So if you're using GarageBand at the middle school, I'm not sure what you guys are using. You could lay down that that drum track. If I hit record here, hit play. All right, so I just recorded that. Now I'm going to make a new track here. Go to track, new track. It's going to be a real instrument. We're going to hit create. So now we're going to go and record in track 3. And you'll actually be able to hear what we've just recorded. And then I'll just add just a simple little piece of music. All right, so we just recorded that. And so then you can, here it is. Typically you would plan things out a little bit better, but you can do multi-track recording in here. And then also another thing, if you're interested in singing, you can add, there's Lyle back there. That's a weather guy. Our weather people always act like a goof. I'll put him on here in a second. If you're into singing or karaoke, a lot of kids will come in. You can go to YouTube and you can type in instrumental for almost nearly every song, and you can add your own voice to that for your podcasting or whatever. So you probably want to clear the copyright on that. But this music recording studio really works well when someone needs just like a simple music bed. I'll send them into this recording studio. I'm going to catch up with Lyle here. I'm going to have him go to his green screen really quick, and then he's going to tell you a little bit about himself. Hey, Lyle. Crazy weather person Lyle. So let me introduce you to Lyle. This is Lyle Hofmeister.
Hello.
And this is the middle school kids from Dodge and Bachman. And so, would you like to go to your office really quick?
Yes.
I wanna ask you a couple questions here. Okay, so the question that I want you to answer is, what is it like to be our weather person? Because you were a weather person for Tiger News, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now Lyle did such a good job of being like animated and excited. I went to Lyle and I said, Lyle, would you be our weather person for third trimester?
Oh yeah.
And so Lyle isn't even in our class this trimester. I just asked him if he would do that. So he's going to tell you a little bit about himself.
I'm a senior. I'm sad that I can't be in Tiger News after this try, but I love it. It's fantastic, and just a little bit of my job. I really just try to be myself. I try to have fun with them. If I try to ad lib, I try to do anything that says, "Oh, yes, it might make some people laugh. Sure, it might make me look like a fool, but it makes people happy. I put a smile on people's faces, just like Touchy's right there."
Yeah.
But I love it. It's I can be anywhere on this screen. Boom, Alaska. Boom, Canada. I don't know why am I going up north? Oh well. All I know is that it's being able to be on a green screen. It's phenomenal. I get to walk around. I mean, I get one of the biggest offices here.
Yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it's sure I don't get a script, but I don't need a script.
Any advice for if I know there's some kids that want to be doing weather next year? What advice can you give them?
Some advice for doing weather. It's quite easy. It's just reading numbers on a screen, and that's it. That's what I believe it is. You just have to look at one of these two screens, and I could be like, oh, yada, 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 yada. Then I look back at the camera, then yada, yada, yada. It's quite simple. And that's just weather. Unless you're doing it from home with an iPad where you have to memorize it all.
That was not fun.
That was not fun at all, but yeah, just try to make it your own thing. Lenzo was great with weather. He was doing a phenomenal job. He did Lenzo's dad jokes. That was great, except for the audio that he destroyed. But yeah, it's great. I love doing weather, and I'm so glad that Tachi was able to gave me the offer to come back.
Yeah, we renewed your contract.
Yes.
Yes, we renewed your contract. All right, we're gonna head over this way a little bit. We also have a boom microphone. You usually can't see it on screen.
And that is where Will and I will stand
yeah.
here if we're doing our introduction. So we'll be like, "Hi, welcome to the Midday Show." And so there's no mic there.
We used it this morning.
That's what. Yep.
And when we go live to the whole school, all that Will and Sophia see is right there. It's just do we even give you a teleprompter anymore?
We did it first.
Okay.
Second.
So this is our camera number 1, and typically if we're nice, we'll give them a teleprompter to read off of. So I think the last show we didn't even have a teleprompter for them. They just went off of their iPads as far as the script. So they're really, really good at their job. So we trust them. Also, we have a really comfortable couch here. Probably one of the only ones in the school. So a lot of people will take naps on there. The next thing we're going to do, this is our audio control. We already went in there. So this is our main video classroom. I like a lot of movies, Hunger Games, Castaway, The Rock, Lord of the Rings, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. We watch a lot of movies in this class, and we study a lot of camera angles. We'll study shot composition. We'll study audio and different things like that. I'm going to bring you back to our editing room here really quick. And so this is our video editing room. This is our video editing room, and so we have 12 editing systems that are editing on Adobe Premiere Pro. And so every single computer has Adobe software on it, from After Effects to Premiere Pro to Photoshop. You know, if you're really, really good at Photoshop, and I know some of you middle school kids are just a whiz at that, our lead graphics person is also graduating on June 5th this year. So if you can offer any kind of help to us as far as graphics, we really, really desperately need a graphics person. Even if you're a freshman, we need to get someone in there to fill that role. So a big hint for you to take that.
I'm on Megan's phone. Hi.
This is our graphics guy.
Oh, there's Brighton. You can't.
I'm not there
can't
right
leave.
now, but I do graphics. It's very fun.
Anything else you want to add, Brighton?
I don't know.
I didn't know you were on.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm just on Megan's phone.
I'm
Okay.
also here. Hi.
Hey, there's Megan. There's our audio person.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
do audio.
I showed them your soundboard here really quick, but Dane filled in for you. So I'll bring it back to the audio room.
Okay.
And you can talk a little bit about your soundboard here, Megan.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, this is my soundboard that I use. A lot of the times, Mathis makes me a handy dandy little key on like under the switcher things, so I know which mic goes where. And then a lot of it is kind of just like for advanced live, like mixing in iTunes audio off of the Mac right there. I've got sound effects on there as well as music. And then yeah, pretty much I just control the sound level of the mics.
Thanks, Megan.
You're welcome.
Brighton, do you want to say anything else about your spot?
Sure.
Hold
So
on. I'm getting there. Hold on. Sometimes the master control room becomes our hangout spot.
it is.
Quiet on set. Okay.
So for graphics, typically I make my graphics on Photoshop, and most of the time, most of what it is like lower thirds. So like name supers, which is where it shows the name of like the anchors or the guest. I'll also make like over the shoulder shots where it shows what the person is talking about. But I'll make those in Photoshop, which is really fun. And I'll put them into PowerPoint, and then I'll just click through the graphics for the show as we go. And Tyler, our director, will use the switcher to put up the graphics on screen. And yeah, sometimes, most of the time it's just, I just make the graphics for the show and that's it. But sometimes I get, special requests, like people need graphics for their segments, or we need a special graphic for like an event that's coming up. So yeah, there's one of my graphics. Most of them have a green background, so they key out on the show, and it just shows the graphics and not the background. But that's mostly it. It's just a lot of Photoshop and graphic design.
Thanks, Brighton, for sharing that information with us.
Yep.
All right. Go back this way. All right, we'll head back into the TV studio. Okay, so we're back with our students here. So I have my whole class here. Do you have any questions that you want to ask of the high school kids? This would be your chance. What questions can we answer for you?
How many people are watching?
So most of these kids have taken video 1, video 2, which is Tiger News. Video 3 is our movie production class. I advanced live television, which is what they're in right now, and they do the live TV show for that. And then radio broadcasting, special and visual effects, Tiger Sports, entertainment, where we produce games and things like that. Movie studio class, audio production, and radio broadcasting. So any questions that you might have for any of these students? We are standing by.
I'm not standing. I'm sitting.
Oh, Tyler's sitting because Tyler, what did you do to your foot? Tyler fractured his hip.
Yeah.
So that's
not
very painful. Yes.
Don't run as fast.
No, run. It's fun.
Don't be active at all. Just
Watch it.
stay still.
Oh, careful. Hey, I have a trivia question, and I'm willing to give you a prize if you can answer it correctly. There are 2 TVs that are displaying a graphic, and it's an animated graphic for a candy bar or a treat that I'll give to Miss Elwell or Mr. Hofflin. How are we doing that? How is that being played?
With a steady Adobe subscription.
So
someone in the chat answered.
Oh, magic. Oh, Regel. Yeah. Magic is almost the correct answer.
You're the comedian.
I love that.
Maybe
They can be our weather person.
Yeah.
How is this graphic? Lyle, can you point to that? How is that being displayed? How is that working? And it's not magic. Man, I just really feel the need to give run a candy bar over to Bachman tomorrow. Stuff? Nope.
Another comedian.
Preston, that is not correct.
That was not as funny.
Preston, welcome to the comedy club.
Oh, I don't want to give the answer away.
You and the other kid.
Brighton knows the answer because Brighton helped us make that. Actually, Brighton is the one that made that. So don't tell him the answer, Brighton.
Yeah. He's in the top right corner.
Oh, he's talking about his job.
Oh.
Yeah. So nobody else has a guess? Man, I really want to run a candy bar over. Technology. Oh, so close. Okay, so I'm going to put the secret out of the bag. We're going to go back behind the set here. And everybody who has taken Tiger News ever in the history of Farmington High School has signed the back of the set, which is kind of a really cool special thing. We have 3 panels for Tiger News. So every single student that we've had has signed the back of the studio set. So if you look really quickly right here at this black box, that is, we'll go like this. We'll hit eject. All right. And now I'm looking for answers here. What is this called? Looking for an answer. Disc. CD. A disc is incorrect. CD. I'm looking for a specific. Oh, Regel gets it. DVD. Regel and Paige Harvey. All right. You two can tell Miss Elwell what candy bar that you like, and then I will make sure to get that over to her. All right, so we're going to head back out here. All right, so we'll give you one final chance to ask these fine high school kids any kind of questions that you want to ask. And if you want to type it, you can. We will wait patiently.
Give them the count of 10. 10.
9.
8. 7. Oh,
Sophia asks, do you enjoy doing this? So Sophia, do you enjoy doing this?
Oh yes, I enjoy doing it. I've only done it 2 times, but so far it's been fun, and I would recommend.
Anybody else want to answer? Andy?
I've taken video production classes since freshman year, and I'm a senior now. and I'd say it's life changing. I'm not even like exaggerating that. It's probably like where I've kind of found where I feel most welcome, and that's mainly just because a lot of what goes into video production and broadcasting and radio broadcasting is just incredibly fascinating. And I'm even going to be pursuing this in college and trying to make a career out of it. And I think I just saw a question pop up in the chat there. If someone wants to see that.
Where is the chat?
Where did you buy the dinosaurs? That's a
from the
question.
store.
That's a question for Will.
Will, do you want to answer the dinosaur question?
Where did you buy the dinosaurs? I bought them at Target. They're on clearance.
That's your question.
Yeah, I'm gonna build my own Jurassic Park sooner or later. I'm probably gonna get some more this weekend.
Is awesome.
Yes, it is.
Okay, are there any other questions before we sign off? Ron, fun. Yes, it is fun. All right. Well, if you guys have any other questions, send Miss Elwell a message, or you can ask her, and I can relay it to these fine people. So thanks for watching, you guys. Have a great day.